25 years ago, virtual reality existed only in novels. 15 years later, you're able to buy a home after taking a virtual tour. Your kids go to virtual classrooms and you shop for new clothes with virtual dressing room apps. If you would have been allowed to walk 25 years into the future in the year 1996, what would you think? Looking back, what did you see when you looked back at our history? History rolled on the timeline one day at a time. We can look back while also moving forward. But have you ever thought where we would be standing if, say, Al Gore would have won the 2000 election? How about if Hitler would have died in World War I? Although history still would move on, it would have taken a totally different route, while your life and mine would be totally different. But is the future set? Can we change the future by changing the past? It is such a fascinating idea. Blockbuster films like Terminator, Back to the Future proved many wish the thought is not just a fantasy. But even well-educated, rational people like myself often wonder if a parallel world exists. If time really moves on a straight line, because if things are really that simple, why did many prophets see the future? If the future can't be changed, why did they leave clues for us to uncover? Is life all but a game? Through a few short video clips posted, someone felt they have found the answers. However, many feel cheated by this prank when debating videos pointed out evidence of this being a well-planned prank. Who should we believe? Well, I can't give you the answers because I'm puzzled by this. However, I will give you my 2 cents. Let me first show you the time travel and parallel world theory and how Javier, the person claiming to have traveled back from 2007, finding himself in 2021, and then we will share with you how to make a video like this. And then we will discuss some fake news flooding the web about this web sensation. And then you can respond to, add to, and dispute our theory by commenting below. The media storm started when a man called Javier put on a TikTok video under the account of Único Sobreviviente, which means unique survivor, woke up one day in an empty hospital. He found his admission record while browsing the hospital. He was admitted in the year 2021. To prove he did not make this up, he sent video clips showing the empty town of Valencia. The empty streets, the shopping center, offices, and manufacturing facilities. He went inside a police station, drove a police car and a fire engine. He played loud music in an empty street. But on one window, it even showed a peek at him. It is like walking in a silent dream. The city looked clean with running fountains and well-maintained facilities. He walked into a museum and even a zoo. It's a beautiful Mediterranean city, but there was no one but himself under the sun. In a world when everyone has felt stuck, people started to follow him on TikTok. Valencia was founded 2,100 years ago and has over 800,000 residents. No matter how cleverly a forgery, if it is a forgery, why no one come forward with evidence against it? Of course, not everyone knows how to make convincing videos and make them visible in social media. And the story is too Hollywood to be authentic. Viewers with doubts started to demand more evidence from him. People said he may be filming those during early morning hours. So, he went out and filmed busy city centers in the afternoon. He filmed himself standing in supposedly a busy subway station. To prove that he is living in 2021, but in a parallel world, he went to an empty car dealership, drove out in a brand new car. When viewers challenged him to drive on the other side of the street, he did and posted it online. When people said the whole film was filmed during Spain's first COVID wave in the spring of 2020, Javier kept on posting new videos and put out items for people to find. Strangely, all those items appeared mysteriously. A TV host challenged Javier to pick up the book he hid in the studio, which runs pretty much 24/7. There's no way someone could have come and taken the book without someone knowing it. So, unless the TV host is in on this prank, there's no way to explain this. But if the TV host is part of this plot, then not only can we explain how Javier is able to pick up the book in an empty studio, it can also explain how he managed to put out videos so quickly, managed to win millions of followers with a seemingly impossible story. However, as his fame grew, coverage from all over the world brought millions of attacks. Editors show how easy it is to edit people out. And one popular YouTuber pointed out hands shown in these videos looked totally different. Actually, since it is the top result when I Googled, I almost gave up working on this story. But a friend who received the link I sent told me the hands used in the debuting video could not be found in any of the TikTok videos that he watched. So, but other than us, who would spend so much time watching every TikTok video made by someone who they probably already believe to be a fake? As an editor, I know how to make a scene look real. As a director, I know how to pick a camera angle to get the most viewer impact. But I also know how difficult it is to make so many videos in such a short time. I know it takes a lot of planning, coordination, and cooperation. And I know if one person comes forward, the person will gain instant fame while the others would be staying forever as a joke. But why has no one come forward yet? As a writer and director, I will give 2 thumbs up for a plot if this is a made-to-believe story. But I did not find any obvious faults in any of the videos. Not finding does not prove the videos are real. Especially there is no way to explain how someone stuck in the parallel world can communicate with the other world. So, is this for real or not? Okay, if you ask me, well, let me ask you, does that matter? If the TikTok videos are real, then there is not only a parallel world, we are also standing at a turning point of history. What we do now may decide what the future may be. That might be why we were given a chance to see what may happen if we fail to save ourselves. If the video is a prank, then we were shown how we can be so easily manipulated and fooled. How easy it is to make us believe something that is not. And we also get to see how close we were to the end of our civilization. How fragile the put-together world could crumble under the pandemic shadow. You may wonder if the future forces can send back Javier. Why can't they send back more? Instead of second-guessing what the experiment is about, I will share with you what I've found in someone with proven visions. Nostradamus has predicted in detail events leading to the 21st century. His 26th plague prophecy sounded more like news headlines from the year 2020. Let's take a quick look on what he said about the doomsday. we find in Century 2, Quatrain 4.
From Monaco to near Sicily, the entire coast will remain desolated. There will remain no suburb, city or town not privileged and robbed by the barbarians.
Don't forget that Valencia is on the Mediterranean coast, which falls between Monaco and Sicily. So even if the videos are fake, did someone send the idea to film in Valencia so we could take a good look at our position that we are in? But you may disagree with the timing of 2027. Yes, that is only 6 years from now. Even if COVID-19 continues to kill at current speeds, it will take more than 6 more years to get rid of all of us, right? Well, let's look at another prophecy made by Nostradamus. We find in Century 2, Quatrain 19, quote,
Newcomers' place built without defense. Place occupied, then uninhabitable. Meadows, houses, fields, towns to take up pleasure. Famine, plague, war, extensive land, arable.
Please look at the word plague, which most likely explains our current dire situation. And after that will be famine. Then war will happen. Then places occupied become uninhabitable. Is that picture clear enough? So whether these videos are for real or not, it reveals what the future may be if we do not win over the shadow cast over us. But how? Haven't we done enough? We've worn masks that we hate. We were forced to stay home. And we have even taken vaccine shots knowing the possibility of side effects. What else can we do? Well, let's look at another person who seemed to have peeked into the future also. Tweebay 2:45. A guest from west. Stop at east, wood, fire, metal, water, wash the shame away. Infections burst out all over the world. Sun dropped into ocean. No more fighting, ambitions gone with fate. It will be hard to explain the Chinese prophecy, but I would like to point to you how the two soldiers pointed weapons to the sun. Please note that we've decoded this for the last 3 years as it being the World War prophecy, but we never thought the infection, which is fire on fire, in Chinese meant infection, till the coronavirus broke out in 2019. And this prophecy showed how we can win the war. The two soldiers has the word heart marked on their chest, which means the only way to win the war is with true hearts working together to fight the common enemy. I don't know how these 3 prophets predicted the future. Did they move back and forth on the timeline? Or did they walk into the future parallel world and wrote down what they saw? Were they bragging about their time travel experience or trying to warn us to avoid the total collapse of the human civilization? And how about Javier? Is he from the future? Or is he a bored actor trying to make fun of the rest of the world? Take a look at his hand. We went through the many videos and got a few pictures of his palm. It's not a clear picture, but you can see a very unique lifeline on his palm. This line is supposed to be the lifeline. Most of our lines are much longer than his. His is short, like ending when he is 30 years old. But there's another line right next to it, parallel to it, and continues. Does that mean he continued in a different life? A life parallel to his old life in the parallel world? Javier made a career out of his parallel life, right? Either way, thank him for letting us in the story of his life. Whether it is his real life, parallel life, or screen life, we have learned a lot. This is Ken Peters. Thank you for watching.